This morning I crawled out of my bed. My back was really aching. My eyes were cherry red. It's just the morning after. I don't remember who was here. I'll eat a slice of that cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. I got that not so fresh feeling from my head down to my toes. I think I had a good time. Heaven only knows. It's just the morning after. Lord, it's funky up in here. Help me now, yeah. I'll eat a slice of cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. Yeah, you got it now. Hey.
Yeah, you got it now. Hey, welcome to the morning after with JP and Big Joe. Yes, look who's back. Big Joe, how you doing, man? Yeah, he's just not going to talk to me today.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my
Good
God,
morning.
Big Joe, welcome back, man. How are you?
It's funky up in here.
Oh man, it
I'm
was
doing
so
really well.
good, man. It was so awkward the last 3 weeks trying to get through these shows, and I'm talking and you're not talking back, and I'm like, is he there? And yeah, but you're live and you're here in the flesh. I don't know what else to say.
I've actually had people contact me and say, dude, are you okay? Like you weren't on the show, or you weren't talking on the show, and like, are you having a bad day or something going on? You need to talk to somebody. And I was like, dude, I'm at work right now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So you're saying we fooled him?
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. No, we fooled him, baby. That was so fun. Yeah, I also got some messages. Someone was like, hey, just exactly what you told me. Someone texted me and said, is Big Joe okay?
Hold on it.
And I was like, yeah, he's fine. He's just at work. And someone was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, you thought he was here. No, he's gone. He's gone. But I fooled him, so I'm very happy.
You did a pretty good job. I liked it.
Yeah, but I gotta say I didn't like carrying the show by myself. It's not fun. I don't. I like the back and forth that we have.
I think we have a pretty good back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Was one of the reasons why or not the reasons why, but kind of talking like, man, we bounce off each other really well. And
are you calling you fat?
Dude, I think you did. And you know, it's one that we don't bring up anymore, but I was thinking about this last night.
What's that?
Was Miss Jen Marshall going like, you're wearing pants? Because I famously wear shorts, and people freak the hell out when I wear pants.
That's right. You know, now that you mention it, I can't even imagine you with pants. Like it's in my head. Now, I'm imagining you naked, okay? Because you got to start naked. So you're naked, and then I'm trying to imagine you sliding some pants on. Nah, still naked. Nah, it's not working. But shorts, swoop, right on. Camo shorts too, right?
Camo, I don't have those anymore, but I had those for years.
Really?
And then, yeah, I have just they get holy and get worked out and all that fun stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a few 4 years ago. It was a Cannibal Corpse, Cryptopsy. Oh man, can't remember. Big Obituary, big death metal show. Every single band member of every band had camo cargo shorts. I swear to God, it is like the universal American death metal look. The camo shorts. Are any of your shorts cargo? Because having that kind of pocket space is important.
You know what? All of mine have to be cargo. I find that they're a little bit looser in the
cabooser,
in the basketball region.
Wait, cargo pants? They have a looser fit around the basketball region?
Yeah, dude. I'm. You know, there's so much more room to hit those 3-pointers than like say regular jeans.
I love that you've called it the basketball region. Sounds
well,
competitive.
you know, I didn't want to call him D's. You know D's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Dees. I actually grew up with a guy named Mike Dees. He's still a great friend of mine. His name's Mike Dees. And then, of course, everyone made the Dees nuts jokes and all that stuff. But then a character on South Park was just randomly named Mike Dees. He was like the left-hand killer or some. You don't watch South Park?
No.
God damn it, Joe. God damn
Sorry,
it.
man.
It's a good show.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You know, honestly, every time I watch South Park, I will have to say it was really funny. I'm a huge fan of basketball, but to be completely honest, the age that I was when it came out and what they were getting away with, everyone thought it was really funny that they were bleeping out the F word in weird spots, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they practically said fuck. This show is so cool," and I'm like, I don't know. I just wasn't buying it. I'm like,
You're big brained. You're like way above that. You're like,
I'm not going to buy it because you said fuck, or just because you slap a naked woman on it. I'm not going to buy it. Like, I actually am, and I love the F word and I love naked women. Yeah, but I'm not going to be that fucking tool that fucking buys all that stuff just because you're advertising it to dumb kids. So I kind of was anti South Park.
I actually respect that assessment of it. You're like, well, just because they're saying the F word and they're being all edgy doesn't make it a good show. Doesn't make it funny. It's like
all my friends were all about. That's all they talked about. Like, dude, they said, "Damn it."
Yeah, and that was the most memorable part.
Bitch.
Yeah, hey, the movie that was from the movie. That was a musical. There's a lot of effort went into that.
The guys are clever dudes, and they worked hard on that show.
Well, I appreciate your point of view there, because you're like, just because it's dirty doesn't mean it's funny. It's like when have we talked about Bob Saget on this show? I feel like we have. He's a dirty comic, but is he a funny comic? They go like dirty comic Bob Saget in his new special. It's like, how about funny comic? And then like if he's dirty or not, I guess we'll decide that, and if he's funny or not. But like, how is dirty comic gonna make me like buy the DVD or whatever the fuck?
I don't know. With Bob Saget though, I mean, you got to understand he had that TV show for years, and he was on America's Funniest Home Videos. Like, dude, like he is the American dad.
You know what? He snuck in the word dingleberry one time on I swear to God, and I saw this as an adult. I was watching just some reruns of America's Funniest Home Videos, and it's a video where these kids are playing pee-wee football. One kid, he gets the ball on a fumble and he starts running the wrong way, towards his own end zone. And everyone on the sideline is like, no, no, no. You see the coach. And so Bob Saget's doing the voiceover as the coach. And he's going, no, 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 turn around, you dingleberry, go the other way. And I was like, he said dingleberry. And like, certainly he was the only guy that knew what that meant. And the editors or the censors or whatever, like it totally snuck past him. But he said dingleberry. He called a kid a dingleberry.
He got away with it, his dirty mind. I mean, I wonder how many takes he's had to redo because he's like, "Hey, you stupid fucker, turn the hell around!" Oh, sorry, got excited there. When he cups of coffee, let's do it.
Bob,
cool.
Bob, again, please calm down.
So I can see with him, yeah, dude, dirty comic. Just because I mean, I grew up watching Full House, you know. And, my favorite episode was one Nick was on it. Ridiculous Nicholas Gomez.
Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. Nick was on Full House. Just kind of pops up randomly. Weird. It has no context to the story whatsoever. It's like, why? But very cool.
One day I'll be on the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully walking side by side with him.
With some fancy editing work, we might be able to make that happen.
It's too real.
It's too real. Hey, let's check with some of our viewers this morning. We got good morning, Kim. How you doing? Here's a big one. Welcome back, Joe. We missed you. From Coach Lore.
What's up, Coach Lore?
Somebody missed you.
What a sweetheart. What a
somebody
sweet lady.
Missed you.
Somebody.
What a lady. What a nice lady.
What a sweet lady.
Let's see here. Ryan Edsy, what's up, man? George Carlin once lamented that dingleberry was a word you didn't hear very much anymore. True. Actually, to this day, I think it's a lost word. You don't hear the D word very often.
Yeah, dingleberry is definitely when I first heard it when I was younger too, I didn't know what the hell that was, and it's never made it to my vocabulary.
Now, without I guess without describing it, do you know what it is now?
Yeah.
Okay, me too, and it's disgusting. It's actually very gross to describe. I'm not going to go ahead and do it. It's not that kind of show.
Yeah, Google it yourself, you Dingleberry.
Yeah, Google it. Yeah, Dingleberry. But I remember trying to find out what it was, and I asked one of my friends, and my friends went, "Ew, it's kind of gross to describe." And be like, "Wow, do go on." And then once you learn, I was like, "Oh yeah, that was disgusting." Coach Lore here. I would just call it poop balls.
Do girls get poop balls? I thought that was a guy problem.
Apparently they know. No. Wow. And then more descriptions or tiny poop particles stuck on the butthole. Oh my God.
Well, she just went out and said it. You know what? The Wikipedia is not going to get that page hit today now from all of our listeners.
Wikipedia. Is there a Wikipedia for dingleberries?
I'm sure there is.
Check it out. Let's type in dingleberry, see what comes up. Now the definitions there, Urban Dictionary.
Urban, you're gonna definitely get.
Oh, okay. Now here we go. Please hold. Please hold. We got dingleberry news.
Dingleberry news.
Dingleberry may refer to Vaccinium etherocarpum, a species of cranberry-producing shrub. Boring. Dingleberry Lake, a lake in California.
Boring.
Dingleberry, an alternate name for the Final Fantasy creature Tonberry, used in Final Fantasy V.
Only 7 matters.
And right underneath, this is what we were looking for, folks. It's too real. Dried. Oh God, I don't even want to say this. It's disgusting. This is disgusting. I can't read that on the air. No way I'm going to read that.
Yeah.
No way I'm going to read that.
I wouldn't.
No way. It's not that kind of show. Yeah, I realize.
We'll just post a link on on the comments below. You'll be able to check the link out.
Yes, do check the comments below. We'll have a link. We're not going to do that. We're not going to have a link.
That's funny. Like all our links are to like random bad words. That
where has this show gone? What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, I think you were doing fine without me, dude. We went from D's nuts set up to dingleberries.
Well, let's switch gears. What did you think about the
dingleberry?
Let's switch gears then.
All right.
What do you say? What did you think of the show last week with Edgar Blood, the one-man band?
I only caught to the point to where you're talking shit about me, and then I had to go to work.
Now, what point? What was I saying? What did I say?
No, you weren't talking shit. You were just saying I didn't watch the show, and I mentioned to you earlier that you failed to bring up the fact that I hit you up before and after the show.
That's true. That's true.
To wish you a good show and to see how it goes. You know what? I haven't watched one of our shows full on, but I will go and watch them on TV. I didn't watch all the Edgar Blood video or all of the show, but I went back and watched the Mike Rod one because I wanted to see what if people are going to YouTube and actually viewing it from YouTube versus our Facebook.
Yeah, they're not viewing it. Don't worry.
There's like the Greg episode has quite a bit of hits.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that's our biggest one next to Mike.
I had so much fun doing that episode with Greg. I think that was the first time I interviewed someone whom I had not met beforehand, and I was just so relieved to speak with him because he's such a nice guy.
He's a fun dude, and you know what? I've gotten to hang out with him a few times, and he's really like that in person too. Like he was just real genuine, and we got the real Greg. So I think that's why people might have liked watching the show because if you like hanging out with Greg and recording at his recording studio, it's a fun time and a fun experience, except for the drive-bys.
The drive-by,
which is pretty intense.
Yeah, well, I could see that. Um, I mean, had you ever witnessed a drive-by?
We were recording over there, and me and Matt, and this
Really?
is of course when I was still drinking. So me and Matt are loading stuff up into to the car, right? And some car just drives by, and I just hear this lady yelling out the window, "Jaquise, go inside! Jaquise, go inside!" And the car runs a red light and takes a right. And I go, "Hey Matt," and I go, "I know I'm really drunk, but that means drive by, and we need to get inside." And he goes, "What?" I go, "Fucking drive by, get inside." And we go inside, and we're sitting in the main room. And sure enough, 5 minutes later, we hear pop, pop, pop. We get away from the door. We have to kind of just like duck down. We're just chilling. Greg's like, "Yep, that happens." And so, literally, the next time we went out, um, there was in front of Greg's, like, he has a big metal door that doesn't get used. There was this massive memorial right there, like right on the sidewalk. And it was a different thing. But he said that some guy was running down the street and he got shot, and Greg came out and checked, and like this guy like bled out in Greg's arms. And
Are
like,
you
because Greg
fucking
like was right,
serious?
yeah, and like he was telling us about it because like, "Hey, where'd we come in? All like having fun and partying. Like, what's up with all the candles and 40s outside? Like, what the fuck, dude? That fucking, we're laughing, we're being," he goes, "Dude," and he tells us this epic fucking story, and we're like, "Whoa, sorry, Greg." But
Yeah,
yeah, he
he's like,
like
no, yeah, the dude died in my arms, no
he
problem.
tried to resuscitate. He's like, "I was covered in blood, you know," and like he fucking died of it, and that's the memorial. And I was like, damn, that's fucking tough. And I guess it was a mistaken
Whoa.
identity too. Like it was like,
That happens so much, and it's
mm-hmm.
oh my god, that
So yeah, that's one thing. I'm like, damn. And the neighborhood's not that bad. It's just you're in a highly populated area to where there's just a lot of action going on, you know.
wow, wow, man, wow, that is like heavy, heavy shit.
It was, and he was like, "All right, let's get to work." And we're like, "I kind of need to cry a little bit."
Let's get to work.
No, I don't think it kind of felt like that. He definitely done the work to get past it. Like he wasn't too shook up about it, but like it was an intense story to where
I see what you mean. Like he had coped with it however
he
he
had
needed
dealt with
to.
it the way, yeah, like just. But we were like, that was fucking intense.
Yeah, he just
Like
dropped it on you guys.
I don't know what to do right now.
Wow, 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 wow. You
Welcome to
know,
Oakland.
he's recording music at the Great American Music Hall now, which is really really
How
cool.
cool is that?
I don't know how that works, but I guess he Greg Wilkinson lugs all of his recording gear over to the I assume he keeps it there, but at the Great American Music Hall. How cool is that? I want to record there. I want to say my band did an album at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. That's sick.
I think it's beneficial. I know during Halloween they did like a live show, and
Yeah, I
that's
saw
where they
that.
did it. So I remember him hearing that. I don't know if he told me or even if he said it. I don't remember where I heard him say it, but
Yeah.
he got the hookup through that, and then now he's recording bands, and I'm pretty sure it's beneficial towards them because like you charge a fee. You know, the Great American Music Hall gets a little bit of cash, and yeah, he posted a picture the other day of them on stage, and it's a big enough stage to where you definitely can be social distanced. And you know, Greg is definitely smart enough and has all the gear that he is going to record you a pretty awesome album.
Yeah, and I just like because you know how people you know sound engineers and producers are so dead serious about uh like noise and soundproofing and stuff like that. I don't know how it would work, but maybe it produces a sort of live ambiance sort of tone that is desirable.
You
I
know,
guess.
and also just to say that, I mean, that's a major venue. You know, just to say live at the American Music Hall during COVID,
Yeah,
there's ways to market that. You know,
that's true. That's true. And they are.
yeah. Oh, these bastards. That was actually what is today? It's the day after Cliff Burton Day.
It's the 11th.
So the 9th of last year, we played with these bastards. That was our
Really?
last show in February. 2 days ago last year.
Oh wow. Yeah, man, that'd be sick. Look, I recorded my shit at the Great American Music Hall. That'd be rad. Well, Greg's a rad dude. Check out Greg. Check out Brain Oil. Those guys are awesome. Cliff Burton Day. Yeah, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Did you get to catch any of the broadcast?
I caught just the tiniest little bit of it. How about you?
I don't know how long it went, but I watched probably about a half an hour.
Okay.
And then knowing that I was going to be on later, I did have other engagements that I had planned, so I hopped in my car and watched it for as long as I could.
Yeah.
And then
did they say my name? I only watched for about 5 minutes just to see if anyone said my name, and then I tune out if no one's talking about me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure James Hetfield came on, and all he was saying is this: how great JP was.
Oh, see, that's why I missed it. That's literally all I tuned in for. Oh,
so I don't know who was on the show, but I mean, it was actually a lot of fun. Just the only thing, I don't know if it was Nick's mic, but there was times where Nick wasn't loud enough. He might have been backing off the mic too much.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it happens.
It wasn't about him anyways. He was just the host, you know what I mean? But it was awesome to see Nick up there and like, damn, dude, you got a fucking cool ass job tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sweet. Well,
that is on YouTube now.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube, folks. Check out the replay. That's the beauty of you. Also, check out the replay of our little show. We did a great interview with Edgar Blood last week. Joe, you should check out the replay. You should watch our show.
I watched about 10 minutes of it, 15 minutes of it.
It was fun. He's not looking for a band member, though, I found out. Yeah.
He could play all his own bass lines on that awesome guitar.
I told him, I said, Joe told me I want to be in his band. And he was like, yeah.
One man band thing. Like, we don't need a one man band and Big Joe.
And I was trying to bust the door open for you. I was like, well, hey, you're going to get huge one day. You're going to have really intricate parts in your songs, eventually, because you're going to have to grow. You might need that extra guy back there. And he doesn't want to be on stage next to you. He just wants to be sort of behind the amp stack, sort of jamming along. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. No. He was
fucking loser.
He's like, man, everyone's trying to be in my one-man band.
Yes.
But dude, I couldn't believe how just nice the guy was. I guess since has the balls to be a one-man band and put himself out there and play all the parts, I guess I sort of expected him to be, I don't know, arrogant, I guess. You know how frontmen are? Imagine if you're the whole band.
Right? He's also the shy drummer that's kind of in the back, that no one really pays attention to. And the egotistical guitar player fighting with the singer, who's better and whose band it really is, and man, he's all of that.
What about the bass player? I'd like to hear your stereotype.
Like, buried in the mix like everything else.
Buried in the mix.
Like non-existent.
I wanted to hear your bass player stereotype because mine was like I said quiet and doesn't get laid. But
there you go.
Well, I mean that's not fully true, is it? You've got 2 sex trophies.
Well, yeah, I have two sex trophies that I always say that's proof that I've gotten laid twice.
Yeah, at least.
Well, I could at least prove it.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
what I mean. At least twice. At least
damn
twice.
Straight. So I don't know, pretty much how it is, Yeah. But that's why I make my bass sound like a guitar.
Yeah, you turn the frequencies up real. I don't know. Am I saying that right? You turn the frequencies like real high, so it's got like a distorted guitar tone.
Yeah, I try to do that, and I turn the bass down almost all the way.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sound like a rice rocket driving down the road, and the.
Yeah. With the mufflers, those little Pokemon rice cars with the mufflers.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know, I always wanted to be able to go up and play lead notes and be just as high up there with you and not, buried in the mix. And it's funny too, because people notice my bass playing, and it's not that I'm a good bass player. It's you can hear me.
You've said this before. I don't agree. It's a little from column A, a little from column B, as they say. Well, you've got noticeable, busy bass riffs. And yeah, your tone really makes you stick out. Being in a band, standing next to you for so many years, your bass tone is like meditation to me. It puts me in a soothing. The vibrations get
It
me
hits
to
that brown note, huh?
Yeah, it hits the brown note, and the vibrations make me use the restroom. But after I use the restroom, I'm very, very relaxed. So standing next to you all these years has been beneficial to my inner uh, uh,
Dingleberry.
dingleberry. That was the word. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What's it like being so damn loud in a band? Because you've probably heard from me and Jordan a few times. Can you turn down
Turn
a
it
little
down.
bit? Yeah, but that's no fun,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to turn down.
There's times where because the bass is kind of different than the guitar frequency, and the bass like fills up everything.
Yeah.
Those guitar amps go in one direction, so I don't know. I do get too loud because I might be trying to match what Jordan's going, and so I'm turning up to match Jordan, but then I'm forgetting about the amp that's stacked next to mine. So I actually always try to keep my my amp right behind the hi-hat, so it's in the middle of everybody next to the drummer. So no matter what, the drummer never gets lost. And
That's smart.
I always go off of if Dan says I'm too loud, or if Matt says I'm too loud, I'm probably too loud.
That is smart. Yeah, Jordan's the one that's never loud enough. I always
Jordan,
thought.
yeah, actually, I've
Yeah.
never seen a guitar player other than Chris in Violation when they'll be like, "Hey, can you turn it up?" And they're like, "Well, it's on 3." Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you never said like, "Dude, my amp goes to 4." No, dude, fucking turn that thing to 6. They're afraid to turn it up, and
Well, Jordan especially. I don't know why we had to really beg him to turn his volume up so much.
Jordan's one of the best rhythm guitar players I've ever like. I hope that in the future I could be able to give him money to play rhythm guitars on my projects in the future. He's that good. He's gonna be a fucking famous studio musician, or dude,
Well,
like
you're
those
right
clips that
about-
you guys are putting out there right now. He's got the chops, man.
Thank you. Yeah, and you're right about his rhythm playing, but you'd only be using about half of his abilities, because his leads are very well written and saucy too. He's got very saucy, well written leads, and yeah, he's sort of, I don't know if he's known as a rhythm guitar player, but in ZH he kind of got pigeon. I don't know. I don't want to say pigeonholed, but he just ended up doing a lot of the rhythm parts because originally we had him as a bass player, a touring bass player. And then I think you really pushed to have him in the band full time.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, well, why don't we just have 3 guitar players? And when we did that, yeah, his volume was always down a little bit. He sort of did what you are so afraid of. And he sort of he fell into the mix and he got lost. But yeah, he's a great rhythm player, and he's a great lead guitar player too. I just wanted to throw that out there.
He is a killer lead guitar player, but what I look for as a bass player is someone that I could follow. So like if you're a bad drummer and you're a bad lead guitar or a bad rhythm guitar player,
yeah.
But so I don't know, the leads, that's cool. Like you should be able to do it just like on the bass, just like on the drums. Like it's, but yeah, that's I don't know. You were always the lead guitar player, So we're like, hey, Jordan came out and did all that badass technical stuff. I'm like, all right, there you go. And then you came out with the saucy stuff, and dude, just holding it down with Jordan. And I would look to Jordan for they're holding down the rhythm with them, and then I'd look for you to try to match some of your melody on the leads or something. I wouldn't try to do the whole way, but I mean, I'd like to go up there and follow you just a little bit.
Yeah,
And I think we did that a few times in Zombie, in the last Zombie album that we did.
The last Zombie album. 8 years ago.
Has it been 8 years?
That went fast, man. 8 years since Into Enlightenment.
And it still holds up. I don't know, when was the last time you listened to that album?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
I've been listening to it recently just to kind of get my head back in the ZH mode, and
yeah.
And
I wish other people would. We worked really hard on that goddamn record.
I'd like to release that and put like an actual book to that thing, because I know the book, just the time frame just wasn't there.
Nah,
No?
because no, man, because they didn't even we did the CDs that we, it's hard to sell physical copies of stuff, and those Entitled to Enlightenment CDs did not go.
They did that. We still have Strike Force CDs.
You don't have, because they got too many Strike Force CDs is the problem.
That's true.
You printed too many up.
So, but no, I'd like to see both the albums. Maybe even on like one album, on vinyl, like a 4 fucking thing vinyl. Both
I would
albums.
like to see one fucking person say, "I like this album" or "I own this album." Like no one even talks about it, and like
it's because it wasn't advertised. I think it's gonna be one of those
we did our
albums.
best. We advertised it the way other people did. We went on tour for the fucking thing.
You did, but I mean, no record label support. It didn't get into stores. All the stores they got into, we put it in there ourselves. But I mean, watch, it's going to be one of those albums that like 20 years down the road that they're going to re-release, or like somebody's going to want to pick it up, going like, "Damn, remember this band? Yeah, I do. Let's sign them." Put out their album, because we were talking about this a while ago with one of our guests, and talking about what brought back thrash, and like why did everyone have the same idea at the same time? I was really thinking about that. You know what it was? There was a certain group of bands that hit 20 years or 30 years. It was 20 years at the time, and then you had like all these sadist releases being put out. You had all these thrash bands hitting anniversaries, and they're re-releasing the CD. So we were all going to the record store and buying the same shit, going like, "Dude, this is like the other band. Like I know Metallica, but I didn't know Forbidden or Testament, or of course those are names we'd know." But
so that 20-year cycle sort of thing was in effect, and you'd see the re-releases, and then you're like, "Oh,
we were picking it all up," and then people were talking about it. Then you go on the web forums, which I don't know if that's a big thing anymore. Like Thrash, remember Thrash Unlimited?
No.
It was just a big web forum of thrash guys reviewing thrash albums. So everyone's like, "I found this," and and the internet really helped with that too. That was like around the time the internet became a thing, and everyone had it. Like mostly everyone. Around what that would be 2005, 2006. Everyone was starting to have a smartphone. I don't think I got one until a little bit later.
I guess we're sort of nearing the 20-year mark of the 20-year mark.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
So that's when our album, that's my whole point. They're going to re-release that, and then there's going to be a big old thing like, "Hey, let's get the classic lineup of ZH." And we're like, "Hell no." And like, "Yeah, here's 30 grand. We're like, "Hell yeah."
30. I'm holding out for more.
All right. Well, I'll take my 30. You take whatever they give you.
It better be 30 just for me. It's going to take a lot of money.
Who knows? I think someone's going to stumble across that album, and it's going to influence a lot of kids going like, "Damn, like listen to this." And you hear bands always saying they're influenced by a lot of things, and like we don't just like metal, but that album really kind of put that to the test. Like we really put a lot of fun and funky. I was jazzy, funky, and poppy all in that album, and metal and punk all at the same time.
Well, good. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. It wasn't my band, but I was writing music for ZH, and I wanted to take thrash metal and pick it up with a shovel and just flip it right over, and they just see what's underneath, and then start putting dirt on top of it and burying it. Because like at the time, 2013, I felt like the re-thrash thing that everyone was doing had severely overstayed its welcome. And that was back then in 2013, by now it's so far gone. But back then I was into doing anything that was not like a typical thrash thing, and I think we all had that same outlook on it because we wanted to be different. That might have bummed out some previous Zombie Holocaust fans that were more into the Strike Force kind of sound, but we were so into doing something different that nothing was off limits. I was like, "Yeah, dude, let's get a sax. Did you hear that new Katy Perry song? It's got a sax solo. Let's get a sax solo in here." And it was like, we fucking like, we did a lot of things that were experimental when it comes to thrash. And I don't know if it like resonated with anybody at the time, but yeah, maybe as you said, maybe 20 years down the road, they'll see our little work of art and realize what we were trying to do. Because I wanted to name it Thrash Metal Retirement Party. That's what I wanted to name the album. I thought of course, there was no way that was going to be the actual title of the album. But that's the way I looked at the record. Like I want this record to be like the straight nail in the coffin of this re-thrash movement. And I think we did it.
I don't know. I'm starting to see thrash bands pop up again. I mean, you have the mighty Marak in the studio.
Are they going to finish that thing?
It looks like they are. But one other band I'd really like to really that I really enjoyed listening to, other than Marak. Oh wait, I can't listen to Marak
because they don't have a damn record.
I did see Marak live once, and they were actually a lot of fun.
Oh, sick. Well, they keep tagging me in Facebook posts of them covering Boba Fett. I want to hear that fucking thing, man.
I know it.
Yeah.
So, but there's a band out in the Hayward area. I'm not quite sure where they're from, but they're Bay Area. But
Frolic. I love Frolic.
I love what they're doing.
My band played with Frolic, Stray Rebel Bullet. That was lame.
I saw you guys.
Were you at that show?
You guys played with Frolic out there at the bar.
We've played with them a couple times. I forgot that they were at that was it Cook's Tavern?
Toots Tavern in Crockett, California.
That was it. Toots Tavern. Frolic is so sick, dude. They are so sick, and they've got that big tall bass player you like.
Dude, he reminds me of a young me. He's all like drunk and like mumbling shit, but like still can still play. I'm like, dude, I used to do that too. And their guitar player, their lead guitar player just rips. And like the first time I seen him, he's sitting there shredding like Dave Mustaine. And he's so drunk, he has to like get up and like lean on the wall. So he doesn't, he's like really he fell on the wall and he's sitting there just like playing. And I went outside to go like congratulate him. Like afterwards, I thought maybe he was fucking around. No, he was blacked out drunk. Like, dude, that was sick. And it's raining. He's all out there and he goes, oh yeah, and he fucking pukes his guts out into the street. I'm like, I like this guy. That's the end of the conversation because you're not going to remember shit. But
I hope he's okay.
I mean, I think that was the time I saw him before the time with you guys.
Oh, okay. Well,
which Toots Tavern from Benicia, that was only a 12-minute drive.
So that must have been heaven for you.
It was too real.
Yeah, you poor folks out in Benicia, up in the north. Do you consider that the North Bay?
It's such in a weird pocket to where I've heard it called a couple things to where.
Well, it's pretty fucking far away from all the venues, is my point. So anytime you've got Slayer's playing at the Oakland Arena, so and so's playing at the Warfield, that's a big fucking trek for you to come down there. So it must have been heaven to drive 10 minutes to Crockett, California.
Dude, I got off work and I went right over there, and it was beautiful.
And then you caught just in time to see Frolic and the lead guitar gentleman throw up all over the place.
Right?
Yeah.
It was dope. I went to a couple shows out there, and I think Frolic was the most consistent band I saw out there.
Yeah.
And then I saw
my band too. That's fucked up. You saw my band too that night. That's fucked up that you said that. I mean,
no, not consistent as in playing, just the most. I mean, like they were cuter than you guys.
Oh
no! I mean, I've seen
doubt.
them more often than any other band, more consistently.
Realize we have Jordan Silvera in our band, right? He is the cutest guy in all metal.
Dude, Jordan has the greatest butt I've ever seen. No, I don't know. I don't.
Ooh.
I bet you that guy doesn't even get dingleberries. Whatever he gets, they're Jordan berries.
God, I missed you, Joe. I missed these. I missed this. I missed us. I miss us. Yeah. But I must thank you for coming out to that show that night out in Crockett's Tavern.
That was a fun one, honestly. That was the first time I went to a bar in sobriety.
That's crazy, man. I remember sitting with you at the bar like, well, what do we do here? Let's get food, I guess.
Right? And I remember I ended up getting coffee. Like, I didn't think anybody drank the coffee there. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was going to ask how was the coffee? And I bet you're getting to know. You're probably getting to know all the places that have shitty coffee and have good coffee now, huh?
Coffee has always been like whiskey to me. Like, I drink it for effect. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Just fucking give
Really?
it to me. Is it gonna make me go? Vroom? Then yeah, give it to me.
So even if you have like just a god awful cup, you'll just say, "I'll finish this cup."
It's the same.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a drink in the morning that makes me go wow, and I got a drink at night that makes me go wow. I just don't do the second one anymore.
But what if it tasted better? You're like, wait a minute.
No, I don't know.
Where is your favorite place to get a coffee right now?
Right now, just honestly moving up here.
Mm.
I'm sure they have them in the Bay Area, but Dutch Bros. I didn't have that near Benicia, so like the drive-through little coffee thing. So I'm kind of into Dutch Bros right now.
I'm so tired of hearing about Dutch Brothers because I don't know if there's a Dutch Brothers around here. I want to try it so bad. People like talk about it like it's crack.
I had one called the Zombie last night, and it kept me up. It didn't do anything crazy. I was in bed, I think, by like midnight, but at 8:30, I'm drinking one. 8:30 p.m. I'm drinking the Zombie.
Why do you drink coffee at night, Joe?
Because I like to get fucked up. Yeah, dude. Just I like that rush of the caffeine, and sometimes I will drink a lot of caffeine at night if I have to drive.
Yeah, I see it.
Because I'm definitely I have sleeping problems to where some of my friends know that I'll sit there, and next thing you know, I'll start kind of slowing down, and the next thing, boom.
Those are scary moments. I've been present for that Sleepy Joe moment.
But
Sleepy
also,
Joe, you're Sleepy Joe. You're the guy
Sleepy
Trump was
Joe's
talking
got
about.
Who's Trump?
So, yeah, some guy, some red dude,
some orange character.
But he would always say, "Sleepy Joe, I'm not going to lose this election to Sleepy Joe." And I never knew he was talking about you.
The damn straight motherfucker.
Oh boy.
No, I don't know. Honestly, it was a combination of things. I've actually kind of defeated that the sleeping problem. I still have sleep apnea, but I'm getting more consistent rest. I was definitely back in the day burning the candle on both sides, working, waking up and opening shifts, closing shifts. I got the kids running around. You got band practice, man, drinking coffee and booze nonstop. I mean, I
try to be careful when you're burning the candle at the bottom end because there are dingleberries that might they're very flammable.
Well, if they just burn right off, then I mean they're just gone.
I tried to bring the dingleberries thing back. You're much better at callback jokes than me.
I don't know. I only called it back just because I don't think Jordan has any hair on his body. He has a fucking Ken doll. Probably with a big, massive.
No, you're dead wrong though because he's got a Portuguese blood. So
what does that mean?
It means he's hairy as fuck.
I've never seen that,
dude. Him and I both suffer from the same black hair attack syndrome.
Really?
Dude, our shins look like forests.
All right. It's a black forest.
Those of you at home, picture my naked shin. Picture it covered in hair. I'm so sorry. And
that's Jordan's ass.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah, well, we got to have Jordan back on the show, and we'll talk about his nether parts. Nether parts. I don't think I've ever said that before.
And Coach Laura's making fun of us because we both love Jordan. I think she's a little jealous.
You guys are so attracted to Jordan too. Cannot stop yourselves. Well, where is the lie, as they say?
Jordan's a hot guy, man. I mean, if I was into that, I'd pay him some money.
Yeah, well, is he the type of guy that would accept payment though? He's a real gentleman.
You know he is. He's like who is that politician wrestler guy that always bragged about going to the bunny house and getting a prostitute to pay him? Ventura, the body Ventura.
Did he say that? I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah, you can probably find that. He was like,
I love Jesse the Body.
Dude, this was before he served, I think, and that was like one of the things they really tried to before he became governor of wherever the fuck he is.
I think Minnesota. I think you can tell by his accent. It's Minnesota.
So that was one of the things they had to bring up to, like, he's getting women to pay him, and it was an interview, he was bragging about it.
I
And
never
it's
heard
like,
that.
oh, that's the best you can do, huh? All right. I mean, I didn't see any slam footage of Kane when he wanted to become the governor.
Yeah, he actually got elected as mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. That's where Kane is right now, but he
There you
still
go.
pops up and does little spots for the WWE every once in a while. He's hella fat. He's so fat. I think they had him on an episode of Raw a couple of weeks ago, and since he's not on his regular wrestling schedule, he's on a mayor schedule now. And oh boy,
he's a big guy. I've seen him pretty big too. So I mean,
he's a big red machine.
Well, when you're a big guy, you have to maintain that. I mean, that's definitely one thing I've learned this past year, taking a half a year off and then going back into working full time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I was gone for the past 2 weeks. I literally had no energy. I went to work, I came home, and I went to bed.
Yeah.
And I just had no other energy. I mean, that's a hustle. So if you got an easy cush job and you're sitting around watching TV or doing podcasts and playing bass, that's the easy stuff. But I don't know. I could barely hold on.
It's easy to let yourself go in those situations.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So
you know, and which I really had done. Out. I've never been in the greatest shape, anyways. Just you have to do some sort of maintenance.
Where's that nice picture I had of you? Oh, it's gone. That sucks. I had a nice picture of you as a young man, all skinny. Don't know where I've.
Oh no.
Oh well, we'll find it. Dominique, can you pull that up? She is, boy. Man,
pull it out, Dominique.
Since you've been gone, it's just been me and her, and oof.
Causing. I mean, but my clothes that I wear are pretty flattering too. I've always been a big dude.
Well, black is flattering, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bad guys wear black.
Bad guys wear black, but also slim fellas wear black because it's slimming.
It looks slimming.
Sometimes you look at yourself with a white shirt, not you specifically, maybe me. I'm looking at myself with a white shirt. I'm like, oh, what have I grown here over the last quarantine year? And as soon as I put a black shirt on, it's gone. Swoop.
Swoop.
Yeah. Swoop. So what are you looking up?
I just found a really funny picture.
Is it of you?
Yeah.
Okay, this is good.
This is your email, and I haven't shared this. This actually was shared to me by a one Courtney Cronin.
Wait, where did you send me this?
It should have been your phone.
Oh my!
I can email it to the thing so you can pull it up on the computer.
Oh, that is great.
Isn't that great? That's on the side of Pizza Pirate.
Okay, send me that photo via email, folks. This is going to be worth the wait. This is one handsome motherfucker. Holy shit! So, how long have you been able to grow facial hair?
I definitely was growing facial hair of that variety right there. That same thing in high school, but it wouldn't grow in. It grew in like Wolverine chops.
Yeah. So you didn't have anything going on like the mustache area, but it all came.
No.
Wow.
And then maybe I had like peach fuzz, but and then I did the neck, and actually Shazbot, he had the same style. So me and him, people are always asking if we were related.
Shazbot, I think, has been missing you because he has not appeared since you've been gone.
I think he's camping right now too. I know Shazbot's friends with Jaden's mother and fiance.
Okay, well that would make me feel better because I'm a little worried about him because he hasn't popped in. I thought at first I just thought it was because you've been gone, and but you're back and he's not here, so
he might be camping this way. I know he wasn't the last 2 weeks. I don't know. I know, but he got his VW bus running.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, zoom in on that bad boy.
That guy.
Who's that lady? Who's that?
Oh,
there you
Lord.
go.
Look at that guy. So you've got your shirt. Oh, you've got a middle finger there. I didn't notice that part.
Yeah.
So you've got your shirt tucked in. Was that a requirement?
It was.
It was. Okay. And Pizza Pirate hat. The shirt says Pizza Pirate, Benicia, California, manager. You've got what looks to be some pizza sauce right here. Is that what that is?
Right, pizza sauce or lunch or whatever.
But
Obviously,
look
I
at
was
you.
worked because my shirt's not straight. You know, like I probably just like retucked my pants in, you know, without really doing it right. You know,
Wow.
so but yeah, that's on the side of the building right there with the trash can behind us, and
This is a fantastic photo, just in general, by Courtney. Courtney took this.
I think she told me that was her first professional photo she's ever taken
Wow,
because
Courtney
she's into
Cronin.
she's into all that stuff.
She takes great pictures. She would take pictures of ZH when we'd play live sometimes, and oh my god, I
Hmm.
was always stoked to get that email with all the Courtney pictures. Oh wow, look at that! Look at you, man! I cannot stop looking at this.
What I got? What happened? All the hair
What
on the
happened?
back, you know, went over here, you know, and
And how old are you here?
that has to be. That's after I cut my hair because I had hair, you know, down to my mid back, so I was probably 22,
You don't look a whole lot
21,
different.
22.
I feel like if you cut your beard, you would look. Who do you? Is it Seth Rogen? You look like Seth Rogen here. I'm trying to think of who you
I've
look
gotten
like.
Seth Rogen, but I've gotten the other guy that was um, friends with Seth Rogen. Who is that? The Jason Segel?
Oh, Jason Seagal.
Se-
Seagal? Steven
yeah,
Seagal?
yeah, it's a Segel, right? What is it?
I want to
He's
say
on Howard.
Seagal, but
Yeah,
it's probably Seagal.
Segel. But I've actually been into a restaurant before, and they're like, "You're that guy, aren't you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." Like, "No, you're that guy." And I was like, "Honey, get the baby to the car. We got to go now."
I can see that too because you're like really tall and like you have a presence. So like people would see you and be like, "Oh wow,"
You're
because
that
like,
guy.
well, yeah, because you have a presence. You know what I mean? Just like Hollywood stars do. I saw Vince Vaughn at fucking Disneyland like a couple years ago. He's like 7 foot tall.
Is he?
Dude, he's so fucking tall and he was having the best time. It was so cute. So it was a very crowded day and me and Laura are walking and then all of a sudden he's walking the other direction. All of a sudden he's 10 feet in front of us. And as he's walking by us, he's pointing out to his like the kid that's with him. He goes, "Ooh, Mickey." It was the cutest fucking thing I'd ever seen. Like Vince Vaughn was so happy. He was totally having a great time. Didn't seem like a dick at all. And yeah, he's hell of tall. But there was like celebrities, I think, are like really, they have a presence. You know what I mean? Because they're used to that feeling. So I bet when you walked into that room, they were like, "Is that Jason Segal?" And then they thought about it more and they're like, "Yeah, that's got to be him because he's like 6 foot something. Look at this guy."
And then you just check the card that I just gave you with my name on it. And you're like, who's George or Terry?
George or Terry. Is his name George or Terry?
I don't know. It's whichever one you prefer.
Look at this stuff. I'm getting more Seth Rogen. I'm getting more Seth Rogen out of this than I am Jason Segal.
I missed that belt. That's a good looking belt.
Yeah, you got it cinched up real tight there.
I know, you know, I mean, so my pants won't fall down.
You must have had a real baggy fit, you know, like a
You know
Jico
that
jean.
I was really big, and then after high school, I dropped a lot of weight. And then years went on. I put it back.
What was that? What was that? It sounded like an airplane just landed on Big Joe's microphone. Okay, so Big Joe's gone. I'm gonna take
I'm
him
here.
off.
Where'd I
He's here.
go?
He's got no video.
I know. I don't know what happened. So what
It's a
happened was
live
my
show,
son,
baby.
my son turned on the Bluetooth speaker and attached my phone so I could hear you yelling in my kid's room. Look, you
Oh,
ruined.
okay.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Oh man, we just watched Home Alone over the Christmas holiday.
I can't get myself to come back.
Forgot how good it was. Forgot how good Home Alone was, and there I am. I'm by myself. It's gonna be one of those shows where I'm by myself. Was that a train? Yeah. Sounded like it. It was loud and reverberated through my headphones, much like a train. Train. There he is. Hey, buddy.
Come on.
Well, I missed you quite a bit, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. That just even that 30 seconds where you were gone was not fun. Not fun.
There he is.
Well, man. We got a special guest on the show next week, don't we?
We do. Do we have are we gonna drop that info?
Yeah, let's talk
Monday?
about it. Well, let's talk about it now. We got a professional wrestler coming on the show next week. Joe, can you tell me a little bit about our guest next week?
You know, before here's the thing. Before I left Benicia, there in Martinez, there's a wrestling academy and a venue to go watch wrestling matches, and it's the most wonderful fucking thing ever. And of course, I move. Like I start getting to like go to wrestling matches, and then I move like an idiot. Like I start making friends with wrestlers, and I move like a moron.
Just
but
when it was
these
getting
guys-
good.
Exactly. I mean, these guys are really good. And it turns out that it's so local. A couple of the guys came in the pizza part and I never knew it. So there was this dude that I saw, and it was pretty epic because like they have it's in the industrial area, and just like how you have like, you know, auto body shops, you know, it's like out in that area. So they have a big old ring inside, and it's awesome. They have all the seating, so you're sitting next to it. And I saw this one wrestler open up the door, and he ran outside and then came back and like jump kicked a dude into like a crowd of people. But he needed that door open to get that running space, so he needed to run outside. So anyways, this guy, his name is Cliff Hendricks, and he also goes by the nickname of Yellow Boots because he's got these yellow like boots on, but he's got a mohawk, and he comes out to Metallica, and he's got a Metallica tattoo on his arm. I'm like, this is my guy. Cliff Hendricks is starting to make a lot of sense right now. Like,
Please tell me that Cliff Hendricks is going to be on the show next week.
dude, I got some bad news. So it's not Cliff. No, it is Cliff Hendricks.
Yeah. All right.
So we got
Damn.
him on. I was a little scared though because you know it, through the me working a new job and then us trying to see if we can move the show, and then moving the show, I almost forgot to reach out to him and say, hey, big guy, can you make it on Thursday instead of Friday? So I got a hold of him. We got him confirmed. We're going to
That's
find
right.
some really cool pictures, and we're going to make a badass flyer. And
This
we're
is
gonna
gonna
promote
be
the
a-
shit out of it.
I say next week we do a whole wrestling themed episode since we're having Cliff Hendricks on the show. It's going to be
Dude,
fun.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, dude, Cliff Hendricks is going to be on the show next week. Indie wrestler, fucking pro wrestler. I've never talked to a pro wrestler before.
I only have on Instagram, you know, and it
That's
was
amazing.
to him, and I'm sure somebody else's. There was another guy who'd come around. His name was Wreck-It Roy Ralph. And dude, this dude's a big. He looks like Wreck-It Roy. You know, Wreck-It. What was the dude's thing?
It was Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, but his name's
Yeah.
Roy, and he's
Wreck-It
a big
Roy.
old dude, and like he's a lovable guy, and he just comes in, he just starts like he's like a still wrestling. Like when he comes in the pizza party, he's all sitting there pointing and shit. I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking awesome.
Well, I'm super excited to have any pro wrestler on the show. I'm a huge fan. We had Baby Huey on the show some months back. He's a big wrestling guy. He's got a wrestling podcast, In the Click. Yeah, check that out, by the way. Check out the In the Click podcast. I listen to it all the time. Yeah, so I'm super excited to talk to a pro wrestler. I know I've said that like 8 times now, but
I was only 7, so you're good.
only 7. Good.
Yeah.
I won't do it again. But Joe,
I think we maxed out on the dingleberry word. Like we can't say that anymore.
well, hold on here. Hold on. Coach Laura says, I'm shitting myself of excitement. Could be some dingleberries there.
There's gonna be some. We can't say we're maxed out on the word.
Okay, we're done. We're
We're
done.
done. It's it.
But folks, today's Thursday. You've joined us on a Thursday. Thank you so much. Changing the day was not something that we wanted to do, but it was something that was very necessary to keep the show alive. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for transferring over to Thursdays. I don't know if like you preferred it on Fridays. Well, that gravy train is gone. Okay. No more Fridays. Look, I don't give a shit how much you like Fridays. Okay. We're on Thursdays now. 10 a.m. I'm not in a good mood, okay? I just
You're just
cussed at
gonna
you guys.
shut your mouth and you're gonna eat it and you're gonna like it.
Thursdays at 10 a.m. That's what you're gonna eat. But anyway, no, from the bottom of my heart, probably Joe's too. We very much appreciate that you guys have joined us and have switched days with us. And it's going to be like this for the end of time, Thursdays at 10 a.m. So yeah, next week we got Cliff Hendricks on the show. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to have some more information about that, as Joe alluded to. What else do we need to talk about, Joe? Anything interesting going on?
You know what? We covered Cliff Burton Day. We covered we're moving to Thursday.
We sort of covered Cliff Burton Day. We were like, Cliff Burton Day happened, and neither of us really watched it. Moving on.
You know, I mean, it's still there for the archives, though. But our great buddy Nick Gomez, got to host that, and I thought he did a really good job from what I've got to watch. And yeah, I'm really excited that he got that opportunity.
Yeah, me too. I plan on joining in today and checking that out. So. Good.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Some of our friends are putting out albums now that studios are opening back up.
That's true. Any that you can think of?
You know what? Our boy Jose that we had on a couple months ago, he just came out with a new album.
So
is promoting a new album.
He's promoting a new album, the Agnoxia album. Don't remember if it has a name or not, but I know it comes out April 9th. So we got to get Jose back on the show, hopefully with one of the guest rippers that they've procured the services of for their new album. They got like Conan from Ex Mortis and a bunch of heavy hitters from the LA, Southern California sort of metal scene. So that'll be fun. We got to have Jose back on the show. I know he's down. We're down.
Let's schedule him on there. Pick him up.
Let's pick him up. But that's about all I got for today. I'm so just relieved to have you back in the studio with me, Joe. Ooh. The joy. Oh, what's down there? What happened?
Cut it. Just cut it.
Okay, just cut it. All right. Well, I don't know what happened to Joe. He's no longer feeling it. But hey, folks, thank you for joining us. It's Thursday. This is us now. It's Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll be back next week, as I mentioned, with a special guest, Cliff Hendricks, professional wrestler. That's going to be fucking sick. I cannot wait for that. Please check out the replays of our shows. Like last week, we interviewed Edgar Blood. Great interview. All sorts of archived episodes on our YouTube. Check out The Morning After with JP and Big Joe on YouTube. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for watching live. You know, follow us. Follow us. Follow us. We won't lead you anywhere weird. We won't lead you to the Capitol building. Hey, John Schaefer's still in jail.
Yeah, well, that's where he belongs.
Well, this whole time, see, I wasn't sure if he had actually been arrested or not.
He turned himself in.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I want to know where he was hiding.
Well, somewhere in Indiana, I think. I think he lives in Indiana. But anyway, this whole time you've been absent from the show, John Schaefer's been incarcerated. That's interesting.
Man, you know, I know the band came out, and dude, I'm a huge Iced Earth fan. Especially being a Steve DiGiorgio fan. You know, I mean, I think it's only 2 albums or 1 album with Steve, but that horror show album, dude, is dear to my heart.
It's a good one, yeah.
And
I think Richard Christie was on that one too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And it's real hard to fucking see that somebody you like, you know, his picture is shown so often. Like, you know, like, I don't know, I feel bad. So that I like them.
I'm seeing a lot of people going like, oh, fuck Iced Earth. They got that whack ass shit anyway. They got them whack ass riffs anyway. And I'm like, I didn't hear nobody talking no shit about Iced Earth until this Capitol thing happened. Because Iced Earth, I mean, I listened to them. They started to sound the same around the mid 2000s. Like literally every Iced Earth started to sound the same. But
horror show, that was it.
People been ripping them lately. Like, I never listened to that shit. I'm like, bullshit. 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 I know you bumped Night of the Storm Rider.
Dude, I had a box set that had all the first couple albums and the Tribute to the Gods, and Yeah,
Oh,
that
wow,
storm
Tribute to
right
the
around
Gods. I
there.
remember that. What was the other one that was sort of a Days in Purgatory was like sort of an album of like B-sides and re-records and stuff like that. I was such a Nice Earth fan. I had those off those weird CDs like you.
Yeah, no, that I definitely had that one. And who did that? That was the one with Spawn on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
With Todd McFarlane.
That's it. You got it.
Dude, Bay Area
Wow.
guy, right? He's a Bay Area guy.
Actually, I didn't know that. Todd McFarlane?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wow.
or at least his studio's in Berkeley.
Oh. Oh,
We
should
might
go
need
check him
to
out.
we might need to look that shit up.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, well, that was like a little therapy talking about how we listen to Iced Earth and how we feel a
Yeah.
little awkward about it now.
It's I don't know. I'm not going to send them any more money. I'm curious because the band came out and said like, "Hey, we don't condone this shit." But now, like, guys, are you going to continue to collect that paycheck from them? Like when it's time to come right up, or are you going to go start your own band?
I doubt John Schaefer will be interested in having them in his band after that statement.
Right?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well,
Okay.
fuck them. Fuck them.
Well, fuck them. On that note, fuck them. Cause fuck them. That's why. Remember the Dave Chappelle. You know. Anyway.
Good old
Okay.
Dave.
All right. Well, it's been a great show. Sort of it was a show where we get back into the swing of things. I needed to get my dick wet again here with Big Joe. I needed to get it. Sorry, did I say dick? I meant to say my feet. I needed to get
Man,
my
you're
feet
really
wet.
like you're just like letting the curse. What you called all our fans like dipshits or what did you call them? Bitches.
Oh, I did today. Well, I immediately said, I'm kidding. That's not my style. But yeah, let's say goodbye, Joe. What do you say?
You know what? Say goodnight, Kevin.
Say goodnight, Kev. What is that from?
That's
Home
Home Alone. He's like
Okay.
goodnight, Kevin.
Oh, damn, I just watched it. I still
Right?
want to be at that pizza party. It looked so fun.
Dude.
So much pizza.
I think I'm gonna go get pizza right now.
Oh, you said it. All right. Folks, let's go get some pizza. Let's try to stay healthy. After the pizza, maybe go on a run or something
Yeah,
like that.
you gotta work it off.
Yeah, if I may preach to you guys, well, I won't. But just take care of yourselves, okay, guys? All right.
Yeah, maybe
Joe,
tomorrow.
anything else you want to add today, my man?
Do you know it? Unless if it's hot sauce, I got nothing left to add.
I love it. Well, it's been fun, folks. We will see you again next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. with special guest Cliff Hendricks, professional wrestler. Very, very excited about that. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining. For Big Joe, I'm JP. Thank you for watching The Morning After, and we'll be here next week at Thursday, 10 a.m., because that is the new time. One more time for y'all. One more time. Bam! Thursdays at 10 a.m. Don't miss it. You're here. So how could you have missed it? But anyway, bye, folks. We'll see you next time.